Ladies and gentlemen, I just got done streaming 2.5 hours of Detroit Become Human, and I gotta pop this on. I got it. It's hot as fuck, but I gotta do it. I was streaming, and of course, while you're streaming, you're talking to chat. When people pop in, you're playing the game, you're focusing on the story, because I'm gonna do a review when I'm done with Detroit Become Human. It's my first time playing it, and news article drops that almost completely takes me out of the stream. I think I handled it like a professional. Not a lot of people would be able to do that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people would not be able to handle that, ladies and gentlemen. They would not have been able to handle the news story I have for you. Based off the title of the video, you already know what I'm going to talk about. So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever I do a video or a live stream. Live streams are going to be handled at night. Videos are I'm going to attempt to do them through the day. I'm still working on a schedule. I'm trying to do like 3 or 4 throughout the day and then a live stream at night. Again, YouTube is not my full-time job. If it becomes one, cool. I would fucking love that because I get to work from home and I get to support my family through that rather than having to go out and work a 9 to 5 where I make basically ass as the government steals everything through taxes. But we're going to be talking about the New York mayor. The New York City mayor, Eric Adams, indicted on federal charges. And this is coming from the Wall Street Journal. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read the article. Ladies and gentlemen, please stick with me as we go through this. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on federal criminal charges, according to people familiar with the matter, marking a stunning blow to the leader of the nation's largest city. It couldn't immediately be learned what charges Adams is facing. Federal prosecutors in Manhattan are expected to announce the details of the case on Thursday, the people said, which is today, as of the recording of this, because it should be later on today, because I am recording this at 1:09 in the morning. And I'm going to get some people saying, why don't you look at the camera? I got my monitor here where I play games. I got my laptop down here where I have my streaming stuff and my articles when I read them, and my camera's right up there. So that's why. Anyway, the mayor said in a video statement Wednesday night that any charges would be based on lies. If I am charged, I know I'm innocent. I will request an immediate trial so that New Yorkers can hear the truth, he said. Adams indicated he had no plans to resign. Make no mistake, you elected me to lead this city, and lead it I will, he said. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan declined to comment. The New York Times earlier reported the charges. Adams, a Democrat, has been dogged by a series of probes involving his associates. Within the past several weeks, Adams' police commissioner, schools chancellor, health commissioner, and chief counsel have all either resigned, which I didn't hear about, or announced their plans to step down. Federal agents earlier this month searched homes of several top administration officials. Investigators last year seized Adams' electronic devices and searched the home of a fundraiser for his campaign. All of which, by the way, was kept in the dark. Heard absolutely nothing about this. One of the investigations has examined whether foreign money, including from Turkey, was funneled into Adams' campaign through illegal donations. Adams, a former New York Police Department officer, took office in 2022 and has been gearing up for a re-election campaign in 2025, where he faces challenges in the primary from several other Democrats. He ran as a centrist in 2021, pledging to tackle crime in New York City, citing a law enforcement background that spanned more than 20 years. And if you're a Democrat and you're past law enforcement, why would you run as a Dem? You got to realize, especially after the 2020, 2021, 2022, where Black Lives Matter and all that stuff was happening, and the Summer of Love was happening, you got to understand a defund the police was going on. They don't give a fuck about you. And if you're a former police officer doing the same fucking thing, you're a disgrace to everybody, and you should be neglected or denied the fact that you served in the police department. Oh, what we got next? Since taking office, the mayor hasn't shied away from his ties to people who had past run-ins with the law. He has proudly described his mentoring of a bishop with a rap sheet and openly partied with 2 restaurateurs who were each convicted of a felony. His deputy mayor for public safety, Philip Banks, was an unindicted co-conspirator in a prior federal corruption probe. Adams has defended those in his orbit, saying he is giving people second chances, which is not a bad thing, depending on what they did. At the same time, his campaign and administration have been swept up in corruption cases, big and small. Several donors have been charged in schemes involving illegal political donations. Last year, the city's former Department of Buildings commissioner was charged in state court with taking bribes in exchange for using his position to provide favors to associates. That's a big no-no. Earlier this year, federal prosecutors charged 70 current and former New York City public housing employees with accepting illicit payments in exchange for awarding work to contractors. Last week, 2 former New York City fire chiefs were charged with accepting tens of thousands of dollars in bribes in exchange for expediting safety inspections. Not surprised. The string of resignations and clouds of legal uncertainty have raised questions about whether Adams has any remaining ability to manage the city's needs. He has sought to play down such concerns. This city government is a deep bench, and we have a reservoir of talent, Adams said this week. Previous mayors have faced investigations, but the magnitude of probes embroiling Adams hasn't been seen since the 1980s, when Mayor Ed Koch, a Democrat, saw his third term in office marred by corruption scandals involving one of his commissioners and local political party bosses. Koch wasn't accused of wrongdoing. Left-leaning groups and officials on Wednesday called for the mayor to step down, including some of the mayor's Democratic challengers. I do not see how Mayor Adams can continue governing New York City, Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said earlier in the day. If Adams quits, the city's public advocate, Juman Williams, would serve as acting mayor until an election is held. So we got ourselves a shit sandwich situation, ladies and gentlemen. A shit sandwich situation and not a whole lot of answers. At this point later on today, we should be able to hear some more stuff pertaining to the mayor. But I just got to say, it's a Democrat. Corruption. It's obviously being proven to some extent because he's going to court. Trump went to court in New York and he basically got charged with the same crime over and over again, which totaled to the 34 felonies, by the way. Do a little research, which makes it prove to be bupkis. So, again, nothing's been confirmed. We've had no witnesses. We've had no evidence. He's not being officially charged. I mean, he's being investigated, but we don't have a whole lot. But it's very interesting, the fact that this is coming from the Democrat, other than the president currently. But he's the Democrat because, of course, he is the mayor of the biggest city in the United States, with New York City, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share this out with friends or family. Catch you later.